What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are just going to design some cards specifically for the property industry. We're going to try and make them look really luxurious and premium, so hopefully you can take away a few little tips on how to get your card designs to look good. So if you don't know what a card is, it's essentially like a group of content, and that's essentially it. So here's some very basic cards, right? You can see quite easily that this is one group of information, this is the next, and this is the last. So we've just got some content here. So we've got a title and we've got kind of like a little description-y tag type thing. And then we've got a long description with an image. So we are just going to hit A on our keyboards. We're going to grab a desktop frame. I'm going to Command R and rename this cards. And then let's just drag one on. So we're just going to do a few versions here, and I'm going to kind of show you the things that I think about when I'm designing cards. I'm going to show you my grids, and we don't have any at the moment. So let's add some things here. So let's add columns, and I'm going to do 12 columns with 120 pixel margin. That gives us a 1200 pixel container, which is fine for now. 20 pixel gutter is fine as well. And let's just line this up. So I'm going to make sure that this spans 4 columns here, just for now. And then let's Shift G to turn those guides off. So what we need to think about, the most basic thing we need to think about with cards is hierarchy. So when a user is scanning this content, what are they going to see first? So the picture is there to catch their eye. So, you know, we tell the client, we tell the photographer, we need beautiful images, obviously. That's a whole different video. So this is the title of the property. So let's grab this and make it into a bigger heading style. So let's maybe go with our pre-made H4 style here, which is just 24 pixels and bold. So already now we can pick out the title a little bit easier. So we need to think about spacing, right? If we just select all of these and Shift A, we've got 4 elements. Let's put them into an auto layout. There's 20 pixels between them. So this is kind of okay, but it's pretty boring, right? And we've got 4 elements to scan here. Image, title, weird mini description, and then full description if you want to read it. And at the moment, these two have the same level of hierarchy. They have the same impact, right? So we need to kind of change that. So if we could, what we could do is we could drop this down to a smaller size like this, and then that's immediately worked already. Let's drop this into our regular size, which is 16. So we've got 16, 14, 24. And that's kind of okay, right? So that's version 1. Let's just grab these and give them some border radius. Let's maybe go 8. That already looks a little bit more upmarket. It feels a bit more considered. But we still have the problem, we've got 4 elements here, which is quite a lot if you're just quickly scanning. So I would group these 2 together. So just make another auto layout here. Less space between them. So if you've watched our video on spacing elements in web design, you'll know that this is the UX law of proximity, like little bits of content that are grouped together, kind of perceived to belong to the same thing. So the name and its kind of like catchy tag name are essentially the name group, so they can go together. So that already looks better, so we'll delete that original one there. So that looks fine. Let's just line this up. And if we wanted to improve this a little bit further, maybe what we could do is we could knock the body copy back a bit. So that's just 80% opacity now, so it's just slightly lighter gray, and then that's achieving the same thing, right? Now we're just scanning this quickly and we're seeing this, and we know that this is secondary content, so that's actually quite nice. What we could also do is we could put this into some kind of tag design. So if we Shift A on this, and let's grab our text inside by holding Command and clicking, and then that lets you select something inside any kind of group or frame. So we'll make that hug the contents, we'll grab its frame here, and we're just going to give it a bit of padding top and bottom, left and right. I'm just guessing for now. We're going to give it a background color, and let's grab, so this is our seaside one. Let's grab our little blue color here. So that looks terrible, right? So let's round the corners. Let's give it much less top and bottom, like this. Give it a bit more left and right. And it feels a little bit tight to its title up there, so let's just give that a little bit more space. Let's maybe bump that to 8. And then, there we go. So now we have a much nicer looking card. It didn't take that long. What we could do is we could just duplicate those. We could shift A, and they are 20 pixels between, and there we go. That is one set of cards, and that kind of looks okay. And what we could do is we could just grab the middle one, and we can change the selection color of this blue to the yellow, and this one change the selection color of the blue to the green. And then maybe what we'd have is like a big grid of images like this. And maybe there's 3 different categories of types of property, and you can quickly kind of understand that just by seeing those colored tags. So that's kind of one way to do it. I feel like the colored tags are a little bit basic, cheapen the design a little bit. Let's just quickly have a look at spacing here. What I would do is that feels a bit too close together, the 2 rows, so I would auto lay out these 2. We know we've got 20 pixels between each card, and we want a lot more than that in each row just to give it some space. So to make something feel premium, the easiest way to do it is to just give it lots of breathing room, lots of white space. It immediately feels considered and sort of classy. So we're at 40 at the moment. Let's bump this up to 80. That feels pretty nice. And then perhaps we'd have a title on this section that was, like our properties, something like this. We give this a headline style like this. And let's just grab our sort of bluey, navy, blacky type color. And there we go. So that's starting to feel relatively presentable. So let's see if we can improve this design a little bit. I think actually we're just going to get rid of the tags completely. So I'm going to ungroup everything and go back to working just with one card. And let's ungroup this and get rid of this guy. So I also think that they are taking up too much room. They all feel too close together or something. It's not quite right. So let's have a look at if we make this smaller. So now this one of these text boxes is wrapping because it was set to fill container. This one wasn't, so we'll just select that, fill container, and let's set this to fill container. So the image width is 285. I'm going to make the image height 285, so we're going to make that into a square. And something that we might want to see when we're looking at properties is more than one picture, right off the bat. Maybe I don't want to click into this property and then have to look through all the pictures. So what we could do is we could put some little slider dots on here, and we could have these cycling through, or the user could click on them to cycle through. So let's draw that quickly. And I'm going to do that by just grabbing an ellipse tool, and I'm going to make some dots that are maybe 8 pixels. And what are we going to do with these? Let's just make them first. So we're going to auto layout them and just duplicate a few of them like this. And let's make the active one white. And let's make all of these white, but a little bit opaque. So we go white and we'll make these 50%. Then we'll just grab this frame, plonk it in here. And what we need to do is we need to pop these in here. So we could either set them as position absolute and then kind of like position them like this. And what you'll notice is that they're quite difficult to see, but immediately it's added another UI element into the card. And if we have UI elements to work with, we can style them, we can make something look good. If we only had an image and a title, it's quite difficult to make it look good. Obviously, it's possible. But if we've got a few little bits, we can position them nicely and the whole thing feels considered. So that's kind of okay, but actually I think let's just rebuild this again. So let's grab these, and I'm just going to do this not inside a frame or anything at the moment, and then we'll frame it all together in a sec. So I think what we need is to put a gradient behind these guys. So like this, and we'll knock it back 1. So the shortcut for that is holding Command and pressing left or right square bracket moves a layer up 1 or down 1. And if you hold Command Option and the same bracket, it sends it all the way to the back or all the way to the front. So let's change our fill to gradient. So the color at the top, we want to grab this dark color that we've got here. So rather than using actual black, it's nice to use the black color from your document. So this would be 0% at the top, and then this would be maybe 100% at the bottom, or maybe we can knock that down to 80, something like that. And then you'll see that the it's overshooting the border radius of the image. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the border radius off the image. We're going to put all of these things into a frame. So we can just frame selection, and we can give the whole frame 8 pixels border radius and then clip the content. And there we go. That's solved that problem. Let's make sure this little group is in the center, and it's 20 pixels from the bottom, which feels pretty good to me. This is currently 21 pixels, so we want to make this 1 pixel less. So we can either just manually change it here, or we can use command and down arrow. No, what is it? Command and up arrow. There we go. And then that's removed 1 pixel from it. Then I can bump it down. No, that wasn't correct. I've got the shortcut wrong. Yeah, don't judge me. There we go. Let's just align that to the bottom. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Doesn't matter how you get there. So here's our image. I'm just going to rename it image, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put it into this auto layout here to the top. And there we go. That is looking nice. So already, which looks more professional? The one on the right. I don't know if my screen is mirrored, so maybe I was pointing the wrong way. I don't understand technology. Right, let's duplicate this. And in the interest of speed, I'm not going to grab all of these descriptions and update them. What we might do is we can just run the Unsplash plugin, perhaps. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's auto layout these, and we know from before that 80 pixels between these felt pretty nice. Let's have a look at this. Maybe we're going to bump that 80 pixels from there. That looks pretty tasty. So those cards are looking nice. Let's grab all of our images here, and to select them, I'm holding Command, so I can select something inside the group, and Shift to then select multiple things. Command / I'm going to start writing Unsplash, run my Unsplash plugin. Let's see whether we can get some nice properties in here. And forgive me, my computer tends to run a little bit slower when I'm streaming. Let's have a look. Will any of these work? Interior, that could work. So we're just hitting that, and it's just going to fill this, each square that I've selected, with a random interior shot. Hopefully they'll look nice. Obviously, if this was a real client project, we'd be working with actual images and we do it properly. There we go. So I think that looks pretty nice. Obviously, they all say the same thing, but we'll just ignore that for now. And then another way to make cards look nice, especially on a property website, is this might be just a bunch of regular properties, right? And there might be like 30 of these. So we could say some properties we think you'll like, something like this. And then what we might have at the top is like a featured properties section. So let's just quickly see what we can do with the cards. So we've got featured properties here. So I think what we can do is we can duplicate this, get rid of the description, and actually let's just get rid of the title for now. I'm going to make this much taller, maybe like this, so we've got like a portrait vibe going on. We're going to make this fill the height like this. We're going to drag this guy down to the bottom and bump him up 20 pixels like we had before. That looks quite nice. And then let's get this text, pop it inside here. Let's give it a fill of white. Let's align it to the center. That's 20 pixels above that, which is nice. And then we'll just pull this up a little bit higher. And there we go. That feels pretty special, doesn't it? And that's just, you know, see how quick this is to get this looking quite professional. And then what we might do with these groups is let's do something cool like that, so that they're spilling off the page. And let's again run our plugin. And what we might encounter here is maybe we present this to the client. I would imagine the client would say, well, this looks great, but where's the descriptions? And you would say, yes, Mr. or Mrs. Client, I hear you. We need a hover state. And what we could do is when you hover on these, we slide the text up and reveal the description, maybe. One thing to think about though is if we've got some controls going on here, if we want to interact with these controls, every time we move our mouse in, the title is going to slide up and text is going to appear, which is going to be quite off-putting. So maybe we don't have descriptions here, or perhaps if we did have descriptions here, maybe we would remove the slider controls. These are just kind of things to think about. I always like to try and guess what the client's going to say, what the feedback is. So I would probably then work this up into a few more versions. Now I'd have versions with slider dots, with titles, and with descriptions, and I'd have them without the slider dots. And I'd do all of the different combinations, or perhaps think of other ways that we could do this, like perhaps when you hover over one, the rest of the grid slides over, and this gets, this gets wider somehow. That's a bit mental, but it's kind of good to just go mad on it. There's a technique called Crazy Eights, which maybe we'll do some more work on in the future. That is essentially you just go crazy and do 8 designs that are completely different, and then see what's working out of that. So sometimes when you're stuck, if you didn't know where to go next, you just do 8 different versions really quickly. They don't have to be pixel perfect, but then that should give you enough to see, oh, maybe these 2 are working. Let's refine those 2, neaten them up, and then that gives you enough to present, get some feedback, and then get going on the project. So that's it, really. So hopefully, nice quick video, just shows you some of the things to think about when designing, how we'd typically work. Like I thought this was going to work, and it looks, if we just look at this side by side, let's move this one out of the way, move this guy over, and have a look side by side. The one to the right looks a million times more professional, right? If we wanted to take this a little step further, what I might do is just not have a pure white background, and I'd maybe just dim that a little bit, like that. So it's a little bit softer on the eyes, so we don't get like a flashbang when we open the website. And yeah, that's it. So that's sort of an intro to property cards. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you want to know about cards, or you want us to design some cards in a different style or anything like that, leave us some comments down below. And as always, if you got something out of the video, if you enjoyed it, please like it, please subscribe, please share it. It really helps us a ton. We'd be very, very grateful. Hope you have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.